Child, okay? Honey, listen. Ooh, child, I got something good for you guys. It's going to get better once your perception gets better. Give me 1 minute. One minute. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. All right, I'm back. Back in a flash. Okay, listen. So I love you guys' comments, okay? Because it really helps us to stay connected, okay? And give me ideas for videos, okay? Listen, Linda, listen, okay? Jess Z, okay? You wrote and said that, I guess in other words, you had got a download, okay, to write books. I think 2 books or something like that. Let me tell you something, okay? And I got a few stories, okay, a few, okay. So many of you guys know. If you don't know, honey, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dina Bryant. Okay, I do these inspirational videos. Okay, all right, just so we can shift. Okay, shift our mindset. Okay, and shift our energy and mindset and focus on what we want. Okay. I had got a download in 2018. Okay. Just let me give you a backstory. Okay, Tal, so you can see the journey. Okay. I want you to visualize. I want you to see it. Okay. I had got a download for me to create content. Many of you guys know I done spoke about it, whatever. Right. And the download was for me to stay on YouTube. Okay. But at that time, right, I decided to go to another platform. And when I went on the other platform, I got caught up doing the videos, all my videos and stuff over there. One of the things that I am going to say, you have to listen to source if you want your life to be, I don't want to say like easy peasy, because you will be challenged. But it'll be easier if you listen to your higher self as opposed to you just listening to your mind. I mean your brain or whatever it is, okay? We did not come here just to work and pay bills, okay? And I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I'm going to keep on saying it. You did not come here to just pay bills, okay? So, after I remember, I believe in like certain things that we tend to see, right? It's no coincidence. I do believe in synchronicity. And synchronicity basically means that the universe is speaking to you through people. Okay. It could be numbers 444 222, which is crazy because this morning when I woke up, I had to use, no, I just woke up and I looked at the time and it was exactly 444. Okay. So I believe that the universe is always speaking to us, okay? But it's up to you if you are receiving the messages, okay? So when I started the content and everything like that, and you guys know I was off and on with Uber, okay? Rideshare, taxi cab, okay? Taxi goddamn driver, okay? All right, with my own vehicle, right? So I was doing Uber for the second time around, and I had came across this queen page named Lachey. She sell like the oils and stuff like that. She used to be a school teacher. I'm quite sure some of you guys know who I'm talking about because her ads is always popping up. If you're on Facebook or Instagram or probably even on YouTube, her ads is always popping up. And she also have a YouTube page. And so at this time, I was doing Uber. I had some coins in the bank, okay? I had some coins, okay? Okay. And I had came across her video, which I seen her video, a few other times. And she had left her job being a school teacher. Yes, honey, she left her job. She was like, you know what? God had told her, to create the oil and stuff for your hair. And she was like, she left her job and she said, she told her mother was like, you know, wasn't really supportive, in her decision or whatever it is like that. I believe her father was like somewhat supportive, but her mother wasn't like all that supportive, and that all comes from our parents growing up in the time that they grew up in. Okay. In their day, okay, many of them was told, conditioned to believe you gotta get a job, okay, you gotta go to school, get and then get a good job and stuff like that. But that time, it does not exist any longer. Okay. It does not exist. Okay. Right now, we are in the information age. All right. Meaning that everything is accessible. You no longer need permission. If you want to make a movie, honey, you could just make the damn movie. Okay. You don't need nobody's permission now to do whatever it is that you want to do. And getting a good job or whatever it is like that ain't promised. Okay, honey, you could be going. Honey, they could get rid of you. They could get rid of you today. Okay, all right. So those things, and so I say that because a lot of times we have to be mindful of when our parents may say, you got to go to school and get a good job and stuff like that. They was living in a different time from the time that we're living in now. Okay. In the book Paradigms, okay. In that book, the author, he talks about that. Like some of the things that is outdated. It don't work any longer. Okay. So I say all that to say this. After I watched the young lady page, Lachey, I think her Lachey Green. After I watched her page, her YouTube video, I was so inspired. Okay. I was so inspired. Okay. And sometimes what I tend to do, I just jump. Okay. I'm like, you know what? Let me just jump. Okay. Never mind figuring it all out, honey. Let's see what it's about now. So, mind you, at this time, I think I had like 2 YouTube channels, but one of them I was doing, then I had stopped doing, and then I had created another YouTube channel, and then this the third one, and then I got a workout channel. But anywho, so what happened was, I'm trying to see, was this the time? So I got to download because I remember, honey, it's been a journey. Okay, I'm not going to be on here like, oh, it's just like, it's like up and down. Okay. And dealing with the belief systems, dealing with, things that you have been programmed and conditioned to believe, you going through, you growing through all of that. And I remember this one night, I was like, you know what? I'm just, universe, give me a message, what to do. Okay, because at this point in time, I just was like, what's going on with, with my YouTube, with my social media channel. And one of the things I had got to download, I think it was 12 o'clock. I remember it was 12 o'clock at night. And I'm trying to see, did I get in the shower or did I just get out the shower? I don't know. But I remember it was 12 o'clock at night. And one of the things I was like, give me a download or something, like, what should I do? And I never forgot. It was 2020. Was it 2022 or 2023? I don't know. But I never forgot. The download was for me to post short form videos on YouTube. To go back on YouTube and post short form videos. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. Okay. I'm just going to do it. And I did it. I took the videos from Facebook and I posted them on YouTube. At that time, I was at 11 subs. Damn, I should have put that in the video. Oh, because I'm really going to inspire you guys, okay, to get out your comfort zone, to get out your own damn way. I was at 11 subs, okay. And from the 11 subs, after I posted those two videos, it went up to like 100, a hundred subs. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then like the video, it was the most views I have ever seen on my videos. Okay. Because remember, I was on Facebook and I never seen that many views. Okay. And so I was like, oh my goodness, you know? So what I started doing was I started posting. And then I remember I had told this person, I was like, you know what? It was my mama. I told my mama, I was like, listen, I'm not doing Uber no more. Right? Like I'm not doing it. I got to a point again, and I believe there's source, like always letting us know, like you outgrew this position, you outgrew this job. But a lot of times we want to stay there because we can't see, the play. We can't see exactly what's going to happen next and stuff like that. And that's where faith comes in. That's when you have to trust the process. Okay. So, after, I told my mother, she was like, oh, now mind you, I'm on Section 8. So if I quit, from doing Uber, my rent, it'll go down, right? But my mother was like, oh, you like going places. And I do, I do like going different places, like restaurants and stuff like that. I like getting out, okay? So soon, when we get this car, okay, honey, I'm gonna be in your town, okay? And you guys think I'm playing? I'm gonna be up in your town, okay, honey? All right. So I was telling my mother and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, you like going places and, all these different things. What about life insurance? I never heard my mother a day in her life talk about life insurance. But she was talking about, oh, what about life insurance? All this other stuff. And so I was like, I'm good. Like, we good. I had some coins in the bank. Okay. I had some money from taxes. Okay. And so what wound up happening was I didn't do Uber. I think it was like for 2 or 3 months. Okay. I was like, you know what? I'm just focusing on exactly what it is I want to do. I was going to restaurants in Boston, Baltimore. Honey, we was out. Okay. Me and my children, we was out. Okay. And so what wound up happening was then later on, fear kicked in. And then I had said, you know what, I'm going to go back. And I went back and I started doing Uber again. And then you know what happened? My damn vehicle, it went out. Okay. The vehicle it stopped working. Okay. And let me say that was also because of the energy. Okay. Because I felt frustrated. I felt like I didn't want to do it, but it was a part of me because of the fear. But at the same time, I had like a whole attitude, like, continuously doing it. That's one story, okay? All right? The next story is this. So that story is to follow your damn instincts. You got to do what works for you. If Source is telling you to write the book, you got to write the book. It's a reason why Source is telling you to write the book. It's a reason why Source is telling you to start the channel. It's a reason why Source is telling you to open up the business. Okay? Is a reason. I guarantee you, it's nothing in this universe that is an accident, a coincidence. There's a reason for you to do those things. If it's telling you to do it, you have to do it. Okay? Another thing. So I told you guys this story before. I was in my living room, right? And I was meditating, and it was a book idea that came to me named Juiced Up, okay? And I was like, Juiced Up, right? I didn't know if I really, how you get the downloads and you'll be like, I don't know if I really heard it. Like, ain't nobody else around, but you just like, I don't know if I really heard that or not, or if I'm imagining things. But anywho, so I meditated and I got this idea juiced up for a book, okay? So after my meditation, I couldn't wait because I wanted to look up to see exactly what juiced up meant. Because when I get these downloads, I'll look up stuff on Google, because I'm like, if I think it means what I think it means, I know that was from Source. So when I looked up juiced up, it meant something spiritual. And I was like, oh my goodness. Honey, I ain't waste no time. Okay. I didn't have to have it all figured out. What I instantly did was went on Fiverr. Okay, instantly, quick. Okay, quick in a heartbeat. Soon as the meditation was over and I looked it up, I was on Fiverr. Okay. And I contacted this lady so she could help me, put the book together and stuff like that. And the book is on Amazon. Okay. So when I tell you, okay, you have to, and one of the things that what works for me is I'm constantly reminded that Source has my back. Like I'm constantly reminded, like, even with my YouTube channel, right? I constantly tell myself, remember, as a man thinketh, right? By James Allen. If you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. And so what I constantly do is if whatever is going on with my social media, it mainly YouTube, okay? Because this is where it was for me to do the work at. But I'm constantly telling myself, like, Source isn't gonna tell me something that isn't in the best interest of myself and of others, okay? So I always constantly tell myself that when I get in a certain type of mood, I'm like, nope, Source ain't gonna tell me to do something that is not in my best interest. Okay. And so you have to, and I've been telling you guys about this book. Okay. I keep talking about it. All right. Let me tell you something. Last night, it was one of those nights. And you know what I did? I pulled this book out and I started damn reading it. Okay. And this is what it did. Wait, hold on. Because she talks about in a part. No, this is a man thinking. Oh gosh, where is it? I'm trying to see. 1 second. Oh, the game. The game of life and how to play it. You ain't even got to get the whole Prosperity Bible. You could just get that one book by Florence Shen. Okay? The Game of Life and How to Play It. Okay? Because this book is going to have you... Let me tell you something, okay? This book going to have... Man. Is this it? Oh. Every man is a golden link in the chain of... my good, for all men are God and manifestation awaiting the opportunity given by man himself to serve the divine plan of his life. Honey, you got to serve the divine plan of your life. If Source is telling you to do that book, you got to do that damn book. Okay? If Source is telling you, open it, you have to. You know what really trips some of you guys up? Because you think you're not qualified. You really believe you're not qualified. That's what really trips some of you guys up. That's why some of you guys won't even start it. Because you believe somewhere in your mind, you believe that you're not qualified. And you are qualified. If you allowing the ego to just run all over your life, okay? It's just doing what it want to do. It's just honey, it's just doing you like a doormat, okay? Because you really believe that you're not qualified, and you are qualified. You are qualified. And another thing is this: men can only get the right idea of non-resistance through spiritual understanding. My students have often said, I don't want to be a doormat. I reply, when you are non-resistant with wisdom, okay, no one will ever be able to walk over you. You have to have spiritual understanding. And that's why I keep telling you guys, that's why I'm always studying. I'm always studying. I'm always reading. You know why? Because it's some belief systems still, right, that I have, and they show up. Okay? They show up. Like last night, I had a piece of steak. Okay? Yes, I did. Okay? I did have a piece of steak. Okay? And a belief showed up. Okay? And instantly, we all have choices if we want to stay there or not. And when that belief showed up, I said, wait, hold on. Okay, Dina, now you have a choice. And I grabbed this book so goddamn quick. Okay, I grabbed this book so quick. And I started reading because a lot of it is due to ignorance. And then some of you guys, you'll say, I don't, like you'll say, you don't believe in yourself. I don't know who says that, but honey, if you don't believe in yourself, just as well as you say you don't believe in yourself, that is a belief, okay? So you saying you don't believe in yourself. Well, you believing in something. So by you saying you don't have faith, you have faith in it not working. So only thing you got to do is like be a transformer, okay? Transform it, okay? Put that energy into it is working, okay? And listen to I don't care if, let me tell you something. I don't care if you got to listen to personal development or damn day. It's either that or you going to continuously get the same exact thing. Because remember, we have been programmed to think a certain type of way. Okay? And so when you begin to do something and you see like you don't stick to it. I had somebody who told me, they was like, you start stuff and you don't stick to it. Yes, I used to start certain things and I didn't stick to it, but that was because those things I wasn't damn passionate about. Okay, I stuck to this. Okay, I stuck to this. So what you have to understand is the thing that is calling you, you have to do it. You have to do it, or you're gonna keep on going through the same exact thing. And that was something, when I invested in myself, I was like, oh no. They could fire me at any time. I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest. And I invested in myself. Because when you invest in yourself, no one can ever take that from you. Whether that's you reading a book, whether that's you doing your own research, whatever it is, whether that's you listening to personal development, no one can ever take that stuff from you. And so that is why it's so important to invest in yourself. If you're working harder on that job, remember they can fire you anytime. And that's anywhere. Okay? But when you're working on yourself, even if something was to occur, you good. Because if you was able to manifest it once, you can do it again and again and again and again. And that is the beauty of life. You have to believe in yourself. Okay? Get the book. Okay? Get the book, honey. I'm trying to tell you. The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence. Okay? You got to listen. Okay? And I'm not telling you guys that I don't experience things. I never want you to feel like, oh, well, she just got it all figured out. Oh, she, so good for her. Or what type of world she living in. It's not that I don't experience things. I just don't stay there. That's the difference. I choose not to stay there. We have choices. And so when I choose not to stay there, what could I do? What is beneficial to me? Is it beneficial for me to just stay here? Okay? Or is it me to experience whatever it is and then move? But you don't have to stay there. And know that everything is working out for you. There's a story in here where this lady, she didn't have no money. She didn't have. It's a lot of people in this book that didn't have no money. Okay? And what they did, it was they had faith. And some of you guys probably like, but they ain't have no money. How the hell they was able to survive? Either they had little to no money, or some of them just they only had $8. Okay? This one lady, she only had $8. And you know what she did? She followed her hunch. Okay? She followed her hunch. Yeah. Let me see. For example, a woman came to me one hot summer day for a treatment for prosperity. She was worn out, dejected, and discouraged. She says she possessed just $8. Okay, she only had $8 in the world, honey. I said, good. We'll bless the $8 and multiply them. as Jesus Christ multiplied the loaves and the fishes. For he taught that every man had the power to bless and to multiply, to heal and to prosper. She said, what shall I do next? I replied, this is Florence Shin, okay? The Game of Life and How to Play It, okay? Florence Shin said, I replied, follow your intuition. Have you a hunch to do anything or to go anywhere? Intuition means intuition or to be taught from within. It is man's unerring guide, and I will deal more fully with its laws in a following chapter. The woman replied, I don't know. I seem to have a hunch to go home. I've just enough money for car fare. Her home was in a distant city and was one of the lack and limitation and the reasoning mind or intellect. Okay, so the intellect, okay, and the reasoning mind is going to tell you not to do it. It's going to tell you not to write that book. It's going to tell you not to start that business. Okay, that's what because it's been programmed to tell you those things. Okay, let me see. We have said stay in New York, okay? Because she was in New York, this lady with the $8. Stay in New York and get work and make some money. I replied, Florence Shin said, no, you know what, honey? You just go home, okay? If your hunch is telling you this, okay, just go home, okay? And then Florence said, never violate a hunch. I spoke the following words for her. Infinite Spirit opened the way for great abundance. For she is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to her by divine right. I told her to repeat it continually. Also, she left for home immediately. And calling on a woman one day, she linked up with an old friend of her family. Through this friend, she received thousands of dollars in the most miraculous way. She has said to me often, Florence. Now, she ain't say Florence, but I gotta add some drama to it, okay? But she said to Florence, Florence, tell the people about the woman who came to you with only $8 in the hunch, okay? Let me tell you something. What Florence said. There is always plenty on man's pathway, but it can only be brought into manifestation through desire, faith, okay? Or the spoken word. So you gotta, all right, and let's finish. Jesus Christ brought out clearly that man must make the first move, okay? Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. So you gotta believe this lady only had $8. Okay. Now I know some of you guys had more than damn $8. Okay. She only had $8. And her intuition told her to go home. And her home, it was poverty. Okay. But guess what she did? She followed her intuition. Florence said, no, boo. That's what Florence said. Florence said, no, boo, you got to go home. Florence said, if your intuition is telling you to go home, boo, you got to go. Okay. And so the lady was obedient. She went home. And from her going home, she connected with an old friend of hers and connected with the friend. And from her connecting with the friend, honey, she started making thousands. Or from a hunch. Or from her listening to her intuition. And so when you listen to your intuition, and this reminds me of the same story with Lachey Green. Okay, you guys can look her up on YouTube. She's on all platforms. But this reminds me of her story. She said when she had quit doing the teacher job, I think the next day she had made more more in a day than what she would have made in a whole school year, you gotta follow it, you know? And I know, believe me, I know. You know, especially in our parents, they all meant the best for us. They all mean the best for us. But you know, you gotta understand that source been with you. Okay, your higher self has been with you for years. And it's never, it can see further. It knows which route you should take, what path you should be on. Okay, and our parents can only see based upon their intellect, based upon what they've been programmed to believe. And so whatever your higher self is telling you to do, you should do it. Even if it don't make sense. Even if you like, oh my goodness, why the hell would I do that? That don't even, yeah, Amani.
I'm hungry.
All right, I'm gonna put you want that pizza or the burrito?
Is it big pizza?
Yeah.
The spicy one?
No, it's not spicy. You want the pizza or the burrito?
The one that's in the refrigerator
Yeah.
that we ate a long time ago?
It wasn't a long time ago, girl.
A long time ago?
You want that or the burrito?
Which one? You mean the one that's only had cheese on there?
No, the burrito that you got from Trader Joe's.
No, I'm talking about the one.
The pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the pizza?
The burrito.
All right. Ask Javon if he could put it on for you.
Okay.
And could you shut it?
Shut what?
My door.
Okay. And
Um,
Mama, why is shirt just on, on the couch? I want to fold that one.
Yeah, if you can, thank you.
Okay.
So
That one?
yeah. So you have to listen. Suppose if I would have, hey Tracy, peace here, baby, peace here, peace here, peace here. Suppose if I would have listened. You know, no need to cry over spilled milk, okay? But I'm just saying, you know, if I would have listened to my intuition back then, okay? And would have stayed on the platform that I was on. Imagine how my life would have turned out. Okay? But we can't focus on what should have happened, what could have occurred. Okay, that's the past, okay? But now you know better. Because you seen somebody else's way. They was telling you, oh, do this, do that. And you tried it. And it ain't work. Okay. It did not work. Okay. So it's just like, damn, how many times? How many times are you gonna
I don't see my burrito in there. It's not even the down fridge or the up fridge.
the freezer? Tell Javon
I did look at the freezer.
is all right, I'm gonna come get it. Sources like, damn, how many times do you have to go through this before you see that the people who's telling you to do certain things, it don't work? I told you to go on this platform. Here you are on some other damn platform. That ain't what I say, okay? I did not tell you to go on that other platform. And sometimes we'll say, oh, well, this person told me. No, you got to take accountability, okay? Because even though they told me, I still went. I still was being disobedient. I didn't listen. So, now that we got that out the way, Jess Z, I don't even know if you on here, but understand that you have the ability to create. Remember this, everything, the money and everything is here already. Is here. It just got to get to your pockets. But it's all here. Okay? And if Source told you to write that book, you should be you should be writing as we speak. Because there's a reason why it's telling you to write the book. And sometimes you could be like, oh, but this job is paying me, you know, whatever, or maybe they'll fire you or whatever like that. But if source is telling you
I
to,
want to meet.
all right, thank you. If source is telling you to write the book, when you just don't know. It's telling you to write that book. You may make way more from writing that book than what you made at that job. Honey, it will happen. Okay? You know, sometimes we go after, and that goes back, I don't know the Bible word for word, but in the Bible it says something about seek thy kingdom or something, or like seek first the kingdom or something like that. Meaning basically, instead of you going all outside looking and thinking that man is going to do it, seek the kingdom within. Everything is within. Take some time out for yourself. Meditate. Write stuff down, okay? You have to do something different. And if things is showing up, it's showing up for a reason. It's trying to get your attention. Because you know why? Because you was called to do something bigger than what you currently are doing. That's the reason. See, you have this image of yourself, you know, and sometimes we have this image of ourselves thinking, oh well, you know, that thing is such a big, it's something, it's so big. You know, you think you're not qualified. You've been qualified. You've been qualified. And you don't have to have a certificate, a degree, none of those things. If anything, that's gonna hinder you. Those certificates and stuff. And I know I went to college, but I'm not doing nothing that I went to school for. I mean, I did go to psychology. I mean, you know, for psychology, but I ain't got a certificate in it, and I stopped going. I got a criminal justice associate's degree, but I ain't doing nothing in criminal justice. So what you have to understand is you're qualified because source says you're qualified. Stop overthinking it. Just start doing. Just get busy. Whenever I get a download, I majority of the time I just jump into it. Don't have to have it figured out. When I opened up my business for as like active wear, like workout wear, I just jumped into it. I didn't need the whole ins and outs or whatever it is. I mean, I went to the business school for what, like 12 weeks or whatever. But after that, it's go time. I don't have to read the book, because let me tell you something. The best knowledge, the best thing you can have is experience. I can tell you until I'm blue in the face, right? Somebody that's going through something, you know, somebody that may be experiencing anxiety. I can tell you until I'm blue in the face. You got to get outside. I can tell you that all day. But if you don't do it, it's like it falls on deaf ears. Because you need to experience that. You have to go through that. You know? And don't talk yourself out of it. The moment you get an idea, just jump into it. Now, some people going to say you crazy. Oh, you don't have enough information. Do you even know what you're doing? And you telling people, I certainly don't, but I'm finna find out. That's what you say. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm finna find out. Because the ones that's telling you, do you know what you're doing? And asking all those questions, they don't even challenge themselves. And so you asking people, you listening to people advice that don't even challenge themselves. They won't even get off the porch. And you asking them, what do they think you should do? Just look at their life. Just look at their life. And there's no judgment, but just look at their life. Why would you ask them if they could tell you, or if you say, oh, what do you think I should do? Well, what are they doing? Are they risk takers? Do they challenge themselves? If they're not risk takers and they don't challenge, I'm not listening to them. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not finna listen to you. If you play it safe, I'm definitely not finna listen to you. Definitely not. Definitely not. Because that tells me that you wrapped up in fear. That tells me that, hey, you gonna give me something, some type of advice, and you don't even challenge yourself. And you say you have faith. How you have faith if you don't even challenge yourself? If you walking on eggshells, thinking you gonna get out alive, in the words of Jim Rohn. So why would I listen to somebody like that? I don't listen to people like that. That's why majority of the time I'm solo dolo, okay? Because you're not finna place your lack and limitations on me. You're not finna, no. No. Mm-mm. I see too much good for me and my children to allow someone to place their limitations on me. And when my mother said that, like she was like about the whole thing about Uber and all this other stuff. And I love my mother. I love my mother to the life of me. But I stopped talking to her for a minute. And I never forgot what my mentor said. One of the things, you're going to have to go, leave the people, because he said, the people, your family, they all want you to win. He said they really do want you to win. Your family, your friends, they really want you to win. If you hook them up to a lie detector test, it will show that they really want you to win. But they're not going to support you in some cases. And they don't want to deal with your absence. So that's why they're not going to support you. Because once you start moving different and doing things differently, like I remember going to Lisa Nichols' right to speak to make millions in San Diego. And I went there by myself. I mean, my sister was going, she was going with me, but we ain't know how to book a flight. This was our first time. We was fucking it up, okay? Honey, the airlines done took the money. Oh gosh, it was whatever, okay? But I wound up going here by myself. And some of your family members will say, well, why you going all the way over there? You going over there by yourself? See, Dad. See, Dad. All right, Miss Harden. See, that's the part. That's the part, you know? When somebody's saying stuff like that, you going over there by yourself. You don't even know them people. you know all that stuff. Okay? And then you'll start second guessing yourself. Well, you're right. I don't know nobody there. Because you already got stuff going on within yourself. And it's just like they just adding more flames to the fire. And then you wind up talking yourself out of it. Why? Because you got stuff going on within you. And if you're hanging around people that don't challenge themselves, that don't take risks, okay? You won't take risks. You won't challenge yourself. Because the easiest thing to do is to back out of it. That's the most easiest thing to do, to back out of a challenge. But the more challenging thing to do is to face the fear that shows up and to do it. So that's why it's important who you be with, who you around, who you hanging around. Very important. So I'm here to tell you, you got to download. We all get downloads. No one is exempt. We all get downloads all throughout the day. You got to download to do something. You have to do it. Because that's the easiest way. Hey, the host, peace to you. I don't know if I said peace to you or not. So you have to do it. Because that's the easier way. The way source, your higher self is telling you, that's the easier way. That's the easier route. You're taking a harder route because your intellect, right? You like, oh, but that don't make sense because my parents, they told me I gotta work, get a good job and work here for 60 something years or 40 something years and then retire. What type of life is that? You there making someone else's dreams a whole reality while your dreams are just on the back end. And then making the corporations even richer. And I'm not saying to quit. You do what works for you. But what I am saying is, why haven't you start why didn't you start that thing that you was created to start? Why? Because there's no excuse. Is no excuse why you haven't started yet. There's a will, there's a way. You can start it. So there's no excuse. You got to just ask yourself, do I see myself 5 years from now doing the same exact thing that I'm doing today? Will my future self thank me for what I'm doing currently? Just the idea of when you get to a certain age and all those dreams that you had. Oh my goodness. Just thinking of that is just like, oh wow, because that's depressing. Because all the stuff that you could have done, but you talked yourself out of it because of fear. Now you up in age, okay? And all that time just have gone by. We all have choices, Got to do what works for you. But if you see something that is not working, it's for you to take action. Action Jackson is for you to do something different. Or just keep going through the same exact thing. I remember when my oldest son had filed for his taxes. And he got he got a nice chunk back. And one of the things I said to him, I said, you better invest. You better invest. Because if not, after that money goes, guess what? You're going to be back at square one, sonny boy. I remember Jim Rohn said this. He said, it was talked about that if you took all the money in the world, because it's like, what, 90 something percent or the 1%. I forget the amount, but it's absurd. How it's like 1% that runs, whatever. But one of the things Jim Rohn said was, he said, it's been talked about that if you took all the money in the world and divided it amongst everyone, that same exact money will wind up right back to the people who previously had it. Why? Because they think a certain way. That's why. And if you think like, oh well, I got this money, that's why every chance I get, I'm investing. I'm buying a book, I'm buying a class, I'm buying a course, I'm investing. Because that's something no one could ever take from me. The investments I have made within myself. That's how I see life. So, with that being said, good old folks, I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you guys rocking out, believing in yourself. Make sure if you just write your goals down, just write them down. What do you have to lose by writing your goals down? Nothing. Are you gonna lose something? Especially if you at work. I'm quite sure you could write your goals down, right? You're not gonna lose anything. If anything, you're gonna gain. So I tell you guys, I write my goals down each and every day. I'm committed to me. I write my goals down each and every day. And what I do is I map out, okay? I know is a target that I am going to hit. And what I do is, oh, I have to upload this amount of videos. I tell you guys, I upload 15 to 20 videos, short form videos a day, and 3 long form videos per day is a target. And so from me knowing that, first, knowing where I am. When I first started the journey, like writing my goals down, I'm trying to see, I don't know how many watch hours I had. I don't remember. But I think it was like 2,000. I think. And guess what? I started getting busy. I started putting the work out. I started putting the work in. Because you know why? Because I know my target. It's like I'm tunnel vision. I know my target. I'm gonna hit this target. And guess what? I hit the target. And then it's like, all right, I hit that target. That's evidence. If I hit that target, it's just a matter of time for me to hit this target. And then the money. And that's why I talk to you guys about the book Psycho Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Because if you do it one time, only thing you got to do is take the past, the stuff that all the successes that you had in the past, and focus on them. Like, so what I do is, I remember I got $10,000 from Section 8. I believe it was 10,500. And you know what that came from? Me hitting goals. Me hitting my goals. And so I think about that. And I bring it to this day. I know if I was able to do it then, I know it's just a matter of time for me to do it again. And I just keep on recycling the system. Meaning keep on using the stuff that I did, keep on reusing it. Because if it works, you keep on using it. So it's important to know exactly where you are. Because you have to see, and sometimes we don't want to see where we are because it may seem a certain type of way. But it's important for you to know where you are, because if you know where you are, then you know how much you have to work to get to where you want to be. And that's what I did. I seen where I was, and I said, oh, I got to upload this amount of videos, right? I took Peach McIntyre's course, and she said, upload a certain amount of videos. And then I said, oh, okay. But as I started getting creative, the ideas started flowing to me. Oh, I could do a live. Okay? I could do a live. I could talk about the book I have. Okay? I could do a smoothie video. I just start getting creative. Because when you getting creative, okay, remember you're a creator. And when you getting creative, those ideas, right? You're like, oh, wow. You get so caught up. Oh, wow. Because when I hit the 3,000 watch hours on YouTube, I said, all right, now I need 1,000 more. All right. So I can have the ads in my videos. Okay. So what you going to do? I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did to get the 3,000. Go to the stores. Okay? Go to the stores, come on here, tell you guys some stories that I've been through, and share with you guys. Because let me tell you something. If I can do it, you can do it. Is no excuse. None. If I can do it, you can do it. And so with that being said, keep rocking out, keep believing in yourself, keep on going. And just know it's a matter of time, It's really a matter of time. And just imagine those things that you desire, that car, that house, that home. Don't think that, you can't have those things, because you can. And you will, and you shall. But you have to get busy. There is a calling on your life that only if you listen. No way from probably that job. Because I remember when I was working, for a hardware company. Oh my goodness. Whew. And I remember I would be watching Lifetime movies, honey. And I just would be like, damn. It felt like just settled. Like just was settling here. But if you know your purpose and you just not doing it, that's selfish. That is absolutely, positively selfish. Because if you have a gift, that means people are ready to receive it. But you being so selfish, caught up on you. Oh, well, what if they gonna think? Who cares? Who cares? You gonna live your life based upon other people, how they view you or how they think? I keep telling you guys, half of the thinking is some people may say it's the easiest thing to do, but it's thinking. We confuse mental activity with thinking. I told you guys I had this lady on my page, and I had did a video, and she was like, "So who cares?" And I sent her heart. And one of the things she said, and that was like probably like a month or two later when I seen the comment, and I sent her hearts, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what, I must be was in a bad mood that day." She said, "I'm sorry, I wasn't even thinking," or something like that. You think, and another thing, if you want to do something different, get out of your comfort zone, and you like, oh, I want to go to this new place, but I don't know nobody. Honey, those people ain't thinking about, I could almost assure you, they're not paying you no mind. I could guarantee, because there's places I went, and it's like, people are in their own world. They on a phone. They got their heads down. They not even paying you no mind. It's you in your head too much. They ain't thinking about you. You think they thinking, oh, well, if I go there, oh, so many people. They not thinking about you. You got to get out and live and have fun and enjoy yourself. That's why when I went to the pool the other day, to the gym, I was like, okay, first of all, I seen this guy, and I don't know if he's been going to the gym for a while, at that gym for a while or not, but I had seen him looking inside the class, like almost as if he want to go in a class, but he's just looking in a class. I went in a class. I ain't got to know nobody up in here. But one thing I do know, and this is important, that like attracts like. And I didn't give a damn. I ain't know nobody. I was asking people questions. What time this class normally starts? Okay. How many days this instructor is here? How many more songs we got to this class? Sure was. Sure was. Was up there asking questions. You would have thought I knew the people. Because I'm aware that energy, your energy, if you a certain type of way, you bring that with you everywhere you go. And so I know I'm meeting phenomenal people. Because I'm phenomenal. So when I go places, okay, now sometimes I gotta remember, like, Tina, get it together, girl. Okay. But once, energy. And I talk to the people. Another day I said, you know what? This,
Mom, you said you could take the burrito.
where is it? In the freezer?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. And the other day, when I went, I said, you know what, I'm getting in this pool. My intuition, bring your bathing suit. And I sure got right in that pool at the gym. Right in it. Life is short to be playing it. It's too short to play it safe. Life is too short to have a comfort zone. It's too short. You only here, it's real quick. And so you're going to live your life through the lenses of someone else's eyes, the way they... No. Enjoy your life. And whatever source have told you to do it. So funny, we'll go all out and ask, psychics. I should definitely paid my fair share of going to psychics. What should I do? Right? And all along, only thing I had to do was tap in within myself. Tap in. Spend some time with me. Get the downloads. Meditate. Be still. That's it. Be still. You'll get the answers. If you seeking, you will get the answers. I guarantee you will get the answers. So, with that being said, my youngest daughter, like, where's the burrito? Like, you've been on here for a long time. I'll talk to you guys later. Rock out. Peace.